What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. If you haven't already subbed in, sub in, you're welcome. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Alright? Don't forget you need 12 games over a 30-day period with the first 3 games free just for getting the monthly pass. Text 443-717-1848. Simply text 3 words. You want in. That's it. We'll take it from there. Other than that, get the free games, take the money off the floor, and as always, Sports Prediction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who, without a pass, and still want to show love. For those without a pass and still want to show love. Now, let's get to the chat. Let's get to the chart. So, getting right into what we got to talk about. Alright? Because we're going to talk about this this heavy lifting that Mark for the Bone claimed that Devin Haney's supposed to be doing. This heavy lifting. Alright? So, but before we go there, I'm going to start here. Let me give y'all, I want to tonight give y'all a prime example. I'm going to give y'all a prime example of why I call niggas like Drew Titan and BFTB yes men, and why the nigga, and why somebody just came in BFTB comments and called him a yes man yesterday, and I said, homie must watch me. Bro must watch me. So check this out. BFTB, he tell his subs that Devin made more money. Devin made more money than everybody, even though he wasn't the main event of the Benavidez card. The Benavidez versus Morrell. He wasn't, even though he wasn't the main event for the Benavidez card. And he say, he tell us that Devin made the most money with no kind of proof at all. No kind of proof at all. Why is that? Always telling us shit with no kind of proof at all. All BFTB would have to do was to go to the site that you talking about, go to the site and get the information to prove when he say what he's saying, and tell all his subs where they can find it. That's all he gotta do. Go to the site, get the information, put it up on your show, show us what you saying, and tell your subs where to go find what you showing them. What they looking at. Then you got factual proof of what's coming out your mouth. But you never do that. You got all these shows, you show all these shows of these motherfuckers. You got when you can show how this person get paid, who gets this, how the networks pay to give this person the money, and this person get that, and that person get that. But when you say shit like Devin made the most money on the Benavidez card, you don't bring no proof with it. Why is that? You or Drew Titan? Why is that? You know, it's just like it's like you bring the information. You don't bring the information to prove what you're saying, and then like I said, just tell all your subs where to go find it. And if they wanted to see it for themselves, then they could. And here we are a few months later where BFTB has repeated that false information over and over with no proof. No proof. That's what this first part is about. The no fucking proof. And Drew Titan gets on his video today and says Devin is the highest paid fighter, whether he was on the main event or not. Devin is the highest paid fighter, whether he was on the main event or not. And guess what he said after he said that? Guess what he said, y'all? He said, didn't BFTB tell us that? He say, didn't BFTB tell us that? Drew say, I got Bill number and we do talk. So because you or BFTB got Bill number and y'all talk, that means Devin made the most money. Devin made the most money, even being the undercard to David Benavidez versus David Morrell. And you speak this information with no kind of proof at all. And that in itself tells me that you boys is just what I call ball gobbling. You niggas is ball gobbling. That's what y'all doing. Ball gobbling Bill and his son. Starstruck ball gobbling. That's what it is. And Bark for the Bone, a.k.a. BFTB, to this very day, you have no proof that no fighter, you have no proof that that no fighter in the history of the sport has gotten more than 25 cents to fight an undisputed fighter. Another situation where you continue to tell people totally false information that you cannot prove at all. You use that to try to lock in an excuse for Devin not giving a 2-division champion in Shakur, who was also unified at 130, more money. You run that, and you run that 50-50 shit when it was all based on more money, because he was entitled to 30%. He was entitled to 30% at the least, and Devin didn't want to see if he could get more money. And another thing, when Devin told the world he was staying at 135 to the end, he said he was staying at 135 to the end of that year, because that's the year he was going to fight Shakur in the beginning of the year. He was staying at 135 to the end of that year, and he he lied because he set up the fight with Regis in the middle of that same fucking year. He set up the fight with Regis in the middle of that same year and fought Regis at the end of the motherfucking year. So he was already tied up by the middle of the year with a fight that was coming up for the end of the year. So you did not stay available at 135 until the end of the year. That did not happen. That's false information. Devin did not stay an open, free fighter, not tied up with anybody outside of the 135-pound division throughout that year. And he told Bob Arm he wasn't comfortable making 135 no more behind closed doors, and Bob Arm came out and told us on the motherfucking interview. That's why he shot Devin the bullshit 25% offer. Now, let's talk about this heavy lifting that Devin's supposed to be doing. I seen somebody come in Bark for the Bone comments and say it must be stressful to be a Devin Haney. It must be stressful to be a Devin Haney, basically ball gobbler, but he just used another word for it. That's what he basically told him. I forgot what he said though. He started. Let me tell y'all something. Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB. He started that ball goggler shit out with Deontay Wilder. Then he ran the Earl Spence, and now he's showing people. Then he ran the Earl Spence, and now he's showing people with the dummy talk, that shit that he be saying like Devin Haney is saving the PBC. Devin Haney is saving the PBC to then turn around and be more stressed out when Devin lose again. Because he say dumb shit like that. Dummy shit. Goofy, dummy shit like that. I just did the video like 3 days ago telling y'all Devin looked like a fucking cheesesteak sub at 154. Didn't I just give y'all a video saying that like 3 days ago before they talk about this Devin Rowley fight being made? I just told y'all that shit. Devin looked like a cheesesteak sub at 154, and he should focus on unifying with champions he got right there at 147. And I told y'all, can somebody share this video? If y'all can't share this video, if you might can get it over to Devin. I said all that in that video. Right? And 2 days after my video drops, Devin accepts an offer from Rowley, who is a 147-pound belt holder. Like I was telling y'all in the video like 3-4 days ago. Like I was telling y'all. Rowley, who is a 147-pound belt holder, that Devin needs to get hold of that strap. Devin is not doing shit for the PBC. Nothing at all. The PBC or Amazon. He's doing nothing for the PBC or Amazon Prime. And yes, the PBC is still working with Amazon. And let me let y'all know something. Y'all need to know something. Listen, BFTB never, ever in his life, never, ever in his motherfucking life, been an accountant for the PBC. He is not a PBC accountant. He knows nothing about the PBC money. He know nothing about the PBC money. The bill goblin, or the ball goblin of Bill and Devin got this cornball dummy telling y'all that the PBC fell off and they don't have money. He think because he know one motherfucker, he know every situation. Telling y'all that they don't have no money. And guess who he getting that from? When y'all want to know where he getting that information from? Guess where he getting the information from that he telling y'all about the PBC? He listening to the ops. He listening to the ops of the PBC and Bill Haney. Yeah. And that's why the goofy think he know what the fuck he talking about. Devin ain't have no motherfucking choice. He didn't have no motherfucking choice but to go across the street to the PBC. Just like Bud didn't have no motherfucking choice when it came to fighting Earl Spence. Alright? Okay, y'all? Listen, Bud needed them straps up off Earl just like Devin needed that strap up off Rolly. Yeah. He needed that motherfucking, Bud needed that strap up off of Earl, just like Devin needed that motherfucking strap up off of Rolly. Y'all feel me? Devin not doing a motherfucking thing for the PBC. Talking about he breathing life into the PBC. This boy delusional as a motherfucker. Devin is still a how's a motherfucking undercard fighter breathing life into the PBC? Devin's still a motherfucking undercard fighter, just like we seen him on in that motherfucking David Benavidez card. If Devin was a main event fighter that night, he would have been the main event. You know? He may become a main event fighter one day, but he wasn't one that particular night that Bark for the Bone continue to talk about for sure. That's a fact. David Benavidez and Morrell was the main event because it was the best fight on the card and was supposed to be the motherfucking main event. That's why they made it the main event. Devin don't do shit for the PBC. And Frank Martin not getting ducked by no motherfucking Shakur or Keyshawn when Frank Martin just got beat the fuck up by a C-level guy a few weeks ago and ended up in a motherfucking drawer. Shut your goofy, donut, dummy ass the fuck up about trash ass Frank Martin until he becomes somebody. Nigga couldn't get past a C-level opponent in his last fight. He couldn't get a W against a C-level opponent in his last fight. Shut the fuck up about C-level ass Frank Martin. And Devin only option is to unify or fight a mandatory at 147. Those are the only options for Devin right now. And that's factual. Those are the only options. The nigga is food at 154. Devin is food at 154. Like I said, a big ass cheesesteak. And that's why he hopped his ass on that offer to unify with Rolly on the PBC. Yeah. He gotta go deal with them big wigs to make that fight though. He can't make it by himself. Him or Bill. He can't make it by himself. Some motherfuckers he gotta, deal with to get that done. To get in position to have that belt. He not doing shit for them. They helping his situation out. I tell y'all over and over again, Devin don't run shit as far as the sport of boxing, but his own career. And that's all the fuck he run. him and Bill, their own careers. See y'all on the Get Back.
She do what I do, we both do. Let them know that you mind, we should post more. Everything that I do, I go overboard. Tell your ex lose your number, it's over for. Why he calling you over and over for? You do that shit again, we gon' go to war. On whatever I'm on, my little man, know they hating on her, cause they envy me. When I fuck you, I want me a trophy, more valuable pussy. My baby, the everyday. Told him she was crazy way before I hit her. Don't know why, but I ain't believe it. That's my little toxic shit. This shit getting bad, don't think I'ma leave it. I live a rock star life, party all night, I make it look easy though. Everything good, but shit, it'll probably be better if liquor was cheaper though. Okay, what I made yesterday, you don't need to know. I can tell you, you ain't gon' believe me though. Baby, you really love me, I need to know. Okay, take a trip out of the country, no reason. I get mad and I tell you I'm leaving. Probably post on the ground, I be teasing. Okay, you gon' post something back to get even. Telling all of your friends that we beefing. I'm coming back by this evening. Just the ass band, we traveling, go across the globe for. I want post to fall in love again. I'm breaking the code for. She like to party.